Hey yo, what is up everybody, Chuck here, and welcome to yet another Pokemon Go Top 5 video. Now you guys absolutely loved the first one we did, so we're bringing it back, the Top 5 funniest Pokemon Go screenshots. Let's get into it. Now if I asked you guys which Pokemon you thought was the most hated in this game and in Pokemon of all time, it's pretty obvious that it's Pidgey. Am I right? I'm right. And what do you do when you're being bullied and people are making fun of you and trash talking you, saying you're worthless? You might change your appearance up a little bit, change up your style, try and make yourself feel better. And Pidgey did exactly that. Ben sent this screenshot in of Pidgey with a brand new do and some fresh new kicks. Newsflash, Pidgey, you're still a piece of shit. Kicking it off at number 5, we have a submission from YOLO. And YOLO ran into something pretty disturbing. Not quite as bad as the Slowpoke incident from last week, but still pretty bad nonetheless. A Tauros with a, fifth leg. Now this could be interpreted in a few different ways, but you know what? We're not actually going to discuss that. There's no need. You guys get the picture. Speaking of extra body parts, Eli, you need to explain yourself. Lickitung seems to have found a new home inside of Eli. That's strange. We're gonna move on now. Now moving on to number 3, we got my favorite part of the countdown, and that is all the funny Pokestops you guys have sent in. Quick shout out to everybody who got to name the Pokestops and take the pictures when the game first came out. You guys are fantastic. You did a great job. First up, we've got a sighting from Sam, who found a mermaid nipple. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on in this picture. Looks like a naked woman with a turtle on her head, but then there looks like maybe there's an elephant trunk, although that could be I'm not sure. There's also a wing or something else going on there. We don't need to figure it out. Moving on to another one from Sam. But before we get to it, do you guys ever wonder what goes on inside of the heads of people who, before they make a gigantic decision, like let's say name their company, they don't think twice? Perfect example right here, masturbate and tackle. Masturbate and tackle. Masturbate and tackle. You guys get it. Masturbation, tackle. They don't go well together. Don't do it. Next up, we've got a horse pen run. Or do we? Michael found a horse penis run, and there's a lot of thoughts going on in my head. I'm trying to interpret what this means, but I think it's best if I keep them in my head and we go to the next one. And perhaps my favorite Pokestop I've ever seen, sent in by Jesse of a Christian church billboard. It says, "The most powerful position is on your knees." Well done. Speaking of not thinking before you make a big decision, I'm looking at you, Christian Life Center. Now onto the top 3, and speaking of being powerful and being on your knees, you guys know where this is going. Julian sent this one in of, yeah, you guys get it. There's a Meowth doing something to Machoke. That doesn't look legal, okay, Machoke? Quit it. Now last episode, we had a couple submissions of roads forming shapes. And they looked intentional, so I said, you know, these guys should be fired. They probably should not have made roads in the shapes of these dicks. They should have made dick roads. Well, we have a submission from Nathan of the world's first 3D dick road. Nathan, great spot on that one. Thank you for sending that one in. Now, this next sighting isn't funny by itself, and some may argue that it's not funny given what I'm about to show you. I would argue that it's kind of funny given what I'm about to show you. So, Aquaverse sent this one in, of the Star of David, and the Star of David is really just a symbol of the Jewish religion, which isn't funny at all, right? Well, speaking of people who should lose their jobs, I think we have another candidate. Blake found a bunch of swastika-shaped apartment complexes or something. I don't know who lives there. I don't know where this is. Blake, if you're not in South Carolina or Alabama, I'm willing to bet you're probably in Germany. Now on to number 1. We got a little bit of Mr. Mime for ya. Ollie ran into a couple of Mr. Mimes playing patty cake, and you know I wouldn't make that number 1. That's not funny, right? I feel like this series was made for Mr. Mime. Congratulations, Dottie, in the number 1 spot. Watch out for Mr. Mime. He's a creep. Thank you, everybody who sent in your sightings on Instagram and Twitter. This series is great. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. I love you guys. Subscribe if you're new here because we got dick-shaped roads here. So it's the best place on earth. I love you. Take it easy. Peace.